guys. Alright, just to start this off, I normally wait a little bit because I don't really know how this algorithm works. I haven't been on my YouTube for a while, um, so I normally like to wait till this algorithm. Maybe wait for like a two minutes or so. But just letting you know right now, I'm gonna start with the S&P 500. I do plan over this weekend on setting up a better streaming platform. That way, I don't really gotta hold my phone and do all this. The only reason why I do this on my phone compared to how I used to do it on my laptop is I get more views through the phone than being on the laptop using software and whatnot. It's weird, so that's the reason why I do mobile videos whatnot. But I am planning on getting a whole setup and everything. Um, so let me start off with the S&P 500. Here's the S&P 500. There's the time and date, Arizona time. So you gotta see how they're playing you. Remember this market is not just the S&P 500. It's not just telling you how, besides how the United States is feeling. Um, in a way, it's kind of like when you're reading the pulse of a heart, or like you get to see like, oh shit, what happened here? Like his heart rate was so and so. Kind of like that's what the market is telling you. It tells you when they're having. Oh, let me take my indicator off first of all. It's telling you, when I had a heart attack, or it's feeling good, nervous a little bit, sad, depressed, a little bit happy now. So, anyways, um, so I forgot how they start off right here. So the S&P 500 was rallying, right? We finally created. We were getting scared. Um, Trump tweeted something right here. I forgot what it was, to be honest. Um, Either tariffs or government shutdown. Government shutdown, most likely. Yeah, because I remember it was the last week of October, and I think that's when they opened the market. I mean, they were gonna open the market over the weekend, and so and so and so whatnot. And then once it, yeah, that's what happened. That's how they played us. So the whole time we were crying, yo, please open the government. Look, they're not getting paid. Look, the airlines, this is not. It started piling up after a while, after they were done doing what they were gonna do. And they're like, all right, fine, we're gonna open the government shutdown, you guys. I'm gonna get these guys together. We're gonna fight it. We're gonna figure it out. So on a Friday, that's what and it always happens towards the end of the day. Let me go back there again. It always happens towards the end of the day on Friday. So normally around your 11, 12 o'clock, they'll normally tweet something. Fed member said this, or the president said this or that. They're gonna go talk to European about um, the trading deals, and so over the weekend, everybody's like, are they gonna do it? Are they not? So that's how they get you over the. That's how they fucking get you or whatnot. So and it was just a tweet. All is now is just tweets, and the market will fucking blast off. So with that happening, and then so like, all right, the government's opened. Oh, by the way, you guys, some of the data that was not released, or well, actually we can't release it because technically the computers and the people weren't there, and this and that. So some of it's gonna have to be blind. We may come out with this. So you're now having all this may not, whatnot. And it was an old fucking brainer to me that we're gonna most likely then start falling because we have a lot of data, and it was important data. It was labor market data, inflation data, whatnot, and it was most likely gonna come out bad. Like it's been coming out bad, and that's what started this whole domino effect or whatnot. On top of that, Bitcoin and Ethereum are warning you. Um, a couple days they were warning you, forming a three candle box, which is this thing right here. Literally three candles. They form a box if you square them out. You see how right here, square. I just noticed that S&P fucking did one starting on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Wow, sweet ass fucking move. So, anyways, so yeah, so you had that going on, and Monday the 10th, November the 10th, I forgot what the fuck it was. So you had all these roller coasters and whatnot of the government being open, and then finally we get to this last week, which the market was scared as fuck. We were dropping. November 18, Tuesday. Here comes the Fed with the interest rate decision. Pretty much they're fucking neutral, because just we. That's what we expected. Like, yeah, I would expect the Fed to be like, yeah, we're gonna cut interest rates. Especially because we had just had a government shutdown and we don't have really the data for it. So yeah, fuck yeah, we're gonna do a interest rate cut in December. No, you're not gonna get that. So what they were looking for now then was gonna be Nvidia, and that's what I said. If the Fed doesn't get what we want to hear and the market doesn't fly, we're gonna count on Nvidia. But if Nvidia fucks us over, then we're gonna go back down to where we were. I even fucking said in my video. I said in my last video I show you the guys. I played the video, me showing you how that's one of the things that me do, where everybody so Nvidia, yeah, good earnings, whatnot, and then the next day we go down and shit, whatnot. Um, and even with this, the whole how I was waiting here the whole time, I told the homie, okay, we got the data, we sustained in that box. Now we close a forward candle at 11 in the morning, so that means that 8:45 to 9:30, you pay attention, because if we sustained, we're mostly gonna rally, and to give us that little push up, we're gonna get a tweet, we're gonna get something that is gonna make the market then really follow that trend that I was holding on in those last couple of minutes before the market. The forward candle closing at 11, and that's what happened. If you go to your 100 candle, we get you right here at 9 o'clock. That's when you get the good news, and after that, 10:11, closing a forward candle right here. So after that, I'm like, all right, cool. We're not gonna continue going on up, and even the market doing this, the S&P 500 doing this ain't shit, because when you zoom out, there's still a lot of way more to go, a lot of more resistance. Um, Also, let me show you. I already talked in my videos about how Bitcoin and Ethereum were warning me of where we're gonna start dumping, also, because they're forming a 3 candle box. Also, right here, let me show you what a 3 candle box, how it helps you as traders, option calls. Um, so normally what you would do is you box it up, but since I have a bunch of lines and boxes, I'm gonna do with alarms. An alarm. That's right there. That's the only one. And then I'll put another one right here. All right, so we know these are daily candles. So the market closes at 3 p.m. Well, technically 2, but the candle finally closes at 3 p.m. So that means that your 7:45, your 8:45 to 9:30, it's gonna be your sweet time to pay attention to, and then it's gonna be your 12:45 to 1:30 to see if what it's gonna do. So then let's go to the forward candle, and that's when you get here on Thursday, and it's here for a day. So if on Thursday, if on Thursday we closed, um, we closed. That was the second candle. That means Friday, not Friday. I mean, my bad for getting guys confused. I'm getting myself confused. My bad. Also, right here. So Wednesday was your second candle, closing above, closing most likely right there. Yeah, because 3 p.m., 11, yeah, 3 p.m. right here. So we closed second candle up. Now it all depends on the third one. The fact that the third one ended up breaking down inside of it at 8 in the morning, that was like, oh shit, that was a move. But it was, if you weren't able to catch it, you're still good because it was still inside of that box. You know that these boxes, the way they work is they end up breaking through finally. Let me show you. No, here. Here's another one. Here's another one. Breaks on through. And then when it goes up, it's the same shit, but you gotta pay. Here's another one. Breaks on through, but they're not as perfect. When you get good clean ones like this one right here, especially when you're going down and they form in a clean, nice area. Let me see. Right here, close, good. Here's another one. Here's another one. Those are the ones that I like. These clean ones. So, anyways, so the fact that, and then the fact that it was on a Thursday after Nvidia, after, so beautiful, beautiful ass fucking move, and on a daily too. That's what you want. So that's what we got right now going on. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. What a coincidence that all three of them, you have a three candle box forming. When you think about it too, you're coming to the end of the week. You're coming to a bad week for the S&P 500. S&P 500 and Bitcoin are synchronized, so they're both scary right now. So Bitcoin and Ethereum let you know how the S&P is doing or the economy is doing throughout the week. Normally, you get a steady, slow um, uh, push, rally, whatever you want to call it, letting you know the S&P is good, is happy, is we're good. But once you start seeing like a sort of a flat, not really doing nothing, that's what's telling you the market is really nervous, it's really scared. When you see Bitcoin and Ethereum now start fucking sort of falling, especially Saturday night coming into Sunday, I was like, yo, that's telling you that, yeah, we're still scared, we still stay where we are, or we're about to open a little bit lower where we left off. And that's what's happening right now with the Bitcoin and Ethereum. We have a three candle box forming, actually in the 12-hour candle, I believe. And yeah, you have a three candle box forming right here. Here's the third one happening. Ethereum, same thing. And then you got your XRP, same thing. Not just that, you got Ethereum screaming, danger, danger, we're fucked. Oh, but this is what you want, yo. If you want to fucking make some money in the next 3 years, right now is the time to be buying these fucking stocks or crypto. You have Ethereum breaking its 50 Fibonacci. That's big. And then you're coming to the last fucking week. And if we sustain this and break this important resistance, for all this is screaming, yo, we might break fucking next month. Or what this is telling you how this works with the 50 Fibonacci, the Fibonacci in general, you want the market, once it's coming above the Fibonacci, you want to close above it to continue with the rally. That way, when it comes down and tests it, it's tested as support, like right here. And the market continues going on up. Now, if we get a breakdown and close below it, then the market's gonna try to do the opposite. They're gonna try to break through it, till it finally does, and so on and so on. So the fact that this closes below, we might get this happening right here with the market. And this could happen again right here where the market could drop, and let's say November we keep this low, December let's say mid December, and maybe toward, because we got earnings coming up in January again. The banks, all these motherfuckers again are gonna start with the earnings. So I believe if we do drop, this is gonna be our bottom again, or we're gonna get saved this week with some fucking bullshit, and the Ethereum is gonna close above its week 50 weekly Fibonacci, which is 2,814, which is then gonna tell me, all right, cool. Well, then next week we really, because that's why it's important how we close it Sunday, to see if we close above, below it, And if we do, these next these next 2 weeks, the end of November and the beginning of December, are gonna be very fucking interesting, because either this could be the bottom, or we may have a little maybe more down to go, stabilize, and then go back up again. Because right now the market is screaming, danger, sell everything. This is the crash, recession, AI bubble. This is the end. And that's when, yeah. And then you also got, so you got that. You also got, and then for Bitcoin to fall compared to all the shit that has to go, let it fall. Let it fall. Let Ethereum fall. Let XRP fall. Psh, you think, you know how many fucking news has come out of JP Morgan, BlackRock, all these fucking bills passing with crypto? You think they all fucking did this shit like, well, guess crypto's down, you guys. Better sell your coins and stuff. No, you fucks. They're gonna shake you off. They're gonna pick you up on your feet, pick you up, shake you off, till you drop every single penny, and then they're gonna let you go. That's what's gonna happen. And then they're really gonna come with the really printing machine. And again, we get fucked more while they get rich again. It keeps on fucking happening, you guys. Learn from this shit. Years and years and years. Look, years and years and years. This goes back. My fucking shit doesn't even get all of it. But this is 2003. Since 2003, here's 2008 crash. Here's fucking COVID. And we're gonna have another one. And we're gonna have another one. And so on, so on, so on. But yeah, besides that, that's all I got for. We gotta see how Ethereum and Bitcoin, especially that 12-hour candle, 3 candle box that I mentioned, how they end up breaking up. Also, Ethereum in the monthly, like I said, I'm gonna go to the 1 hour candle to show you where that monthly 50 Fibonacci is at. So it's right here. This purple one, it says 50 on it. Also on the weekly, I don't know why the fuck I put that then. No, it's not a weekly. Oh yeah, there. On the 12-hour candle, also, oh yeah, Ethereum. Stupid. Why the fuck they did? That was my bad, you guys. I'm dumb as fuck. Oh yeah, what's on my chip pendejo. So that's why it's also important. This 12-hour candle, it closes at 5 in the morning. So this is gonna tell us all this week. This is gonna tell us if we break Saturday, close at 5 p.m., go back, and Sunday sustain that and whatnot. It's gonna tell the market's looking happy-ish. But if we just sustain inside this box right here, then that's gonna tell us, okay, the market is scared or whatnot, or something bad happened, or tweetman tweeted something, and the market Sunday, especially around Sunday 9-10, expect some sort of tweet, some sort of comment to make the market open a little bit happier. Because let's fucking face it, like everybody's scared, so a little bit of tweet wouldn't hurt nobody or whatnot. But based on that, you guys, I'm gonna report probably tomorrow. But yeah, that's all, you guys. This is Brian Seacrest. Alex, what is this? Oh, Alex. So I pretty much go over the S&P 500, which is the United States economy. Like it will tell you how we're doing, how stocks are doing. I also go over Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I try to explain how they're both synchronized. I do option trades, and I plan on showing my all that fucking bullshit that your influencers show, whatnot. But I do plan on teaching people this. My strategy. I learned from myself how to read the market. No horse bullshit, none of that crap. So I have my own way of reading the market, connecting the dots. I just need to find a way to show, explain all this crap that I have. And I'm gonna start doing videos, starting from scratch, how I see the market, what these lines mean, what these boxes mean, all this shit. Now that today was my last day at work, pretty much, I'll be now dedicating my time to doing this But that's what I'm doing, Alex. But I'll see you guys. I'll hop on tomorrow. Hopefully that makes sense. Again, this is Brian Seacrest signing out.